welcome to the very best of Dakar Daily 2020. And what a Dakar Rally it has been this year. Based completely in Saudi Arabia, just under 8,000 kilometers covered. We've had 5 winners, 12 stages and 14 shows.
It has been the most incredible experience, and we're stood here in the last and final bivouac. Earlier on though in the series, we took a run through and showed you guys what a bivouac consists of. So let's take a trip down memory lane.
Here at the Dakar Rally, one of the things you'll constantly hear Dave and myself talking about is the bivouac. Well, what is it? Formula One, you've got the paddock. In the World Rally Championship, you've got the service area. Here at the Dakar, you've got the bivouac. It basically encapsulates everything. It's a massive travelling circus. It's where all the teams work from. It's where the competitors come back to after a long day out on the stage. In fact, you can see here, great example. Here's the Toyota Gazoo guys coming in. Hello, fellas. And they'll be servicing the Toyota Hiluxes. Now, they're going to get checked in here. Every vehicle that comes in has to be checked in right here at the main entrance. The competitors come to the time control. This is where the time that they've set out on the stage is logged. But believe me, there is so much more to the bivouac.
Absolutely, Chenny. Right now, we're in the media centre. Now, it is what it says on the tin. It's the hub for all of the media. Now, currently, all the journalists are out there on the field getting the content firsthand. But at the end of the day, they'll come in here into the media centre, they'll write up their stories, and most importantly, they have access to Wi-Fi. You got to remember, we're out here in the desert. There's no phone signal, no phone coverage. So that's where the academic stuff happens. But out there in the field is where the hands-on stuff happens.
Yep, out here is where all the technical stuff happens. Now, you can see we're down here at the KTM service area, but everywhere, every team has its own specific place. So Toyota Overdrive are just over here, you've got Yamaha there, but let's focus on KTM. Now, if you come through here with me, you can see the actual service area as a whole. Now, the guys have only arrived about half an hour ago, and that's how quick they can set it up. They literally all jump out of the trucks, and this, honestly, it pops up so quickly. You can see all the tools, all the kit already set up. You've got the wheels, the tyres, everything ready to service the bikes, ready to go out for tomorrow's action.
Before tomorrow though, everyone has to eat. There's over 3,000 people travelling on the Dakar, so food is so important, and it looks like we've got ourselves a nice meal. We got some mushrooms, some chicken, bit of cheese on that chicken, so we're hitting all the main food groups. We got some carbohydrates, some protein and some fats.
One of the vehicles that's got lots of people talking at this year's Dakar is the new OT3, competing under the T3 regulations of the side-by-side class. Let's take a closer look at it. We'll get the simple bits out of the way first, shall we? The whole car, dry, weighs 900 kilos. The body is completely carbon Kevlar. Believe it or not, the entire body weighs just 25 kilograms. We'll start at the front with the suspension. Now, full Riga setup, 450mm of travel, but the key thing about this, and someone's really thought about it, is that it's the same suspension strut on all 4 corners, which makes the spares package really simple to work with. It's the same for the top suspension arms. They're the same all the way around the car. And that, again, having a universal part, makes spares really simple and easy to work with. You can see the braking system. It's a 4-pot Willwood caliper on all 4 corners, stopping the car. And if you just point the camera in there, you can see the powertrain. Now, it's a 1-litre, 3-cylinder turbocharged engine producing 177 brake horsepower. The turbocharger does have a 25mm restrictor on it by regulation, and it's hooked up to a 6-speed H-pattern gearbox. So there you go, a quick look around the all-new OT3, and as competition cars go, this is still very young, but we've already seen the potential taking stage victories on this year's Dakar Rally. As the engineering process continues to evolve, this will just get better and better. Casey Curry has dominated the side-by-side class this year in his Can-Am, taking his first ever win here at the Dakar Rally and becoming the first American to do so in a side-by-side. Returning after a 4th place finish last year, Curry was determined to convert that experience into a win, and he has done exactly that. Nearly 40 minutes clear of 2nd place man Sergei Karyakin, with last year's winner Francisco Chaleco Lopez rounding out the top 3. Now, an absolute fan favourite at the Dakar Rally are the trucks. Remember, these 10-ton monsters cover exactly the same stages as all the other categories. Kamaz, the Russian army, arrived here off the back of a 16-year winning streak and had absolutely no intention of bringing that to an end in Saudi Arabia. Just take a look at this huge jump from Andrei Karganov as he tackled the dunes. The question is, could he convert that into victory? Let's take a look at the very best of the trucks. For the last 16 years, the Blue Army that make up the Kamaz truck team have dominated the Dakar Rally. And moving from South America to Saudi Arabia has had no effect on their ability to lead from the front. Truck number 511 in the hands of Andrei Karganov has been untouchable throughout the second half of this year's rally as he led home a Kamaz 1-2 finish ahead of teammate Anton Shibalov. It marked Karganov's second career victory at the Dakar, and Kamaz roll into next year unbeaten for 17 years.
We have just arrived at Shubeta for the marathon stage, and this is the sand and the dunes that we expected here in Saudi Arabia. It's absolutely stunning. Now, if you look to my right-hand side, you can see the bivouac is beginning to take shape. It's a fraction of the size of any other bivouac, so let's go take a look. This is the central hub of the bivouac, and it will begin to fill up and come to life later as the competitors arrive. Now behind me we've got the catering, and on either side we have the sleeping quarters. They're not quite the camper vans that the competitors are used to, but they are pretty cool. Let's go have a look. There are 3 large sleeping tents just like this one, a total of over 650 beds. It is effectively a massive sleepover for the competitors, which is going to be quite cool as we could get Toby Price sleeping next to his good mate NASA. And finally, this is one of 3 locations where the competitors will be parking up their vehicles for the night. Not only that, but the competitors are going to be working on those vehicles all on their own. They have no outside assistant, no mechanic to rebuild the engine, no BF Goodrich tent to get some new tyres. You are completely in the desert on your own, and that can turn the whole race upside down. As you can see, some of the bikes have begun to arrive at the bivouac, and we were actually at the finish line where we got a chance to catch up with some of the big names.
Yeah, we're right near the front again, and yeah, we've only lost a little bit of time again today, but yeah, we're still in the fight, still cruising along, still a couple of days to go, so it should be good.
As positive as ever. And now, how's the bike holding up? Is it all set for tomorrow? Is it going to need any work overnight?
No, it's just basically filter change, but other than that, everything else feels pretty good on the bike. We stayed on 2 wheels, so it should be in good shape and fine form for tomorrow.
For us, what is the most important thing is try to win, the team win, you know. Carlos is a leader, so if we can do something, just a small help, we try to do it. And yeah, but no, I think it will be okay for tomorrow. The car is not is in a good condition, and yeah, it's really like a team spirit. But because why is important, this is the victory of the team.
This year has been all about Ignacio Casale. Quad number 250 has been consistently in the top 3 at the end of every stage. At one point, he has been leading the category by over 44 minutes. And incredibly, Casale has achieved the unthinkable, leading the class from start to finish. This has been a light-to-flag victory. Simon Witzer, runner-up this year, over 16 minutes back, ahead of 2015 Dakar champion Rafael Sonic in third. But it's Casale, who won the event in 2014 and 2018, who once again reigns supreme in the sand.
Unfortunately, at the Dakar Rally, not everyone makes it to the finish line. However, there is a rescue unit that go around and clear the stage and rescue any bikes. Our producer Andrew Mell got to spend 36 hours with them.
Today we are on the sixth stage. We are here to look for safety of the motorbikers.
We're always listening to the radio in case they call us, and we tend to start after the last truck. We have extra cars with us this year. There are 4 Fox cars that can help out in the dunes, for example, or assist a biker when it's hard for us to reach them.
Now we are leaving our position, not by the stage, but we are going to take the road in parallel of the stage, and if there's a problem, we can go on the stage after. Now we are going to the stage to make it just at the end, and on it there's a lot of motorbike. At this moment we are taking the motorbike inside the pickup to put on our truck. First moto, 10 minutes. We stand here for the night because there's a competitor who have his car broken and he can't repair by himself, and their organization asked us to stay here for tomorrow. We will leave about 7 o'clock a.m. and we will track the little car behind our truck and we'll go to join the road.
Dakar.
In the bike category, the Dakar 2020 will be remembered for the loss of an absolute legend. Paulo Gonçalves sadly passed away on stage 7 of this year's rally. Paulo was starting his 13th Dakar rally, having finished second in the bikes back in 2015. With Paulo in their minds, the bikers continued, and this is how they finished. What a Dakar rally it has been for Honda and Ricky Brabec. Brabec, who has ridden faultlessly throughout the entire rally, becomes the first American ever to win the event on 2 wheels and brings Honda their first Dakar victory since 1989. His final winning margin, 16 minutes and 26 seconds. Pablo Quintanilla brought his Husqvarna home for a solid second place, while 2 times a winner of the Dakar, Toby Price, settles for third after dropping time on stage 6 with a puncture 24 minutes behind Brabeck. The duo of Honda and Brabeck plan to return next year, but they had best be prepared. As an 18-year winning streak comes to an end, KTM, the Orange Army, will be back in 2021, hungrier than ever to restart their domination of the Dakar. As the two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive battle rumbles on in this year's car category in the Dakar Rally, let's discuss some other key differences between the two-wheel drive Mini and the four-wheel drive Toyota Hilux. Now, we've already looked at tyres. We know that the Mini runs a 940mm tyre with a 17-inch rim and can use that all-important inflate-deflate system. The Toyota does not have that option. It cannot run the inflate-deflate system. It runs a 16-inch rim and a much smaller tyre, 810mm top to bottom. But what are the other key differences? Well, let's start with weight. The Mini weighs in at 1,675 kilograms, but the Toyota, with its complex four-wheel drive system, weighs in at around 2,150 kilos. So straight away, the Toyota is at a significant disadvantage. But as we move on to the drivetrain, the engine in the Mini is a 3-litre turbo diesel producing around 350 brake horsepower and around 800 newton meters of torque. That's a vast amount of torque. Now, the Toyota powertrain is a 5-litre V8 naturally aspirated unit with a 37mm restrictor that's producing around 385 brake horsepower and significantly less torque than that of the Mini. The other key difference between the four-wheel drive Toyota and the two-wheel drive Mini, the buggy, is in the suspension. The two-wheel drive Mini has unlimited suspension travel by regulation, whereas the four-wheel drive Toyota Hilux is limited to 280mm of suspension travel. Now, there's not a lot to choose between the performance of the Toyota Hilux and the two-wheel drive Mini in this year's Dakar Rally. It's a difficult thing for those who write the technical regulations to get right, but it seems they've got the balance pretty fair. It has been a close-fought battle between the legends of the Dakar Rally, Carlos Sainz, Stefan Peterhansel and Nasser Al-Attiyah. Once again, the two-wheel drive Mini versus the four-wheel drive Toyota. And it was the Mini of Carlos Sainz that prevailed. El Matador taking his third Dakar victory ahead of the Sandman himself, Al-Attiyah, who squeezed every ounce of performance out of his Toyota Hilux, but a number of navigational errors would be his downfall. Meanwhile, Mr. Dakar, Stefan Peterhansel, with 13 wins under his belt, came home in third. But the first Dakar victory in Saudi Arabia in the car category goes to Carlos Sainz. A legendary performance, and Sainz adds another Dakar trophy to the collection, making it 3 in total. Can he make it 4 in 2021?
Well, we are obviously very, very happy. I'm happy for Lucas, happy for the team, happy for Red Bull, Bahrain. You know, all the fans, all the motorsport has been really tight from the first day to the end, pushing 100%. Not easy, and it's nicer when the battle is so tough, so hard. It's nicer, and on top of that, third different car to win. I'm very proud.
So that brings us to the end of our very best of Dakar Daily 2020. What a year it has been, and what a home to the Dakar Rally Saudi Arabia has been as well. Congratulations to all our winners and everybody who made it across the finishing line.
Like you said, Jenny, it's been the most surreal experience, highs, lows, but that is what made it truly epic, and that is what comprises of a Dakar Rally. Not only that, but Saudi Arabia, it has surprised us with its beauty.
Yep, it's been an absolutely fantastic home to the Dakar this year. Now, we are done for the final time, but remember to follow everything that Red Bull are getting up to using the handle at Red Bull Motorsports. From Dave and myself, thanks for your company. Goodbye.
We We actually caught up with Blade Branderveld. Oh my god.
Now, this is just one. That's making the outtakes.
I just had a bit of a crash.
Welcome Saudi Arabia!